Harlon frowned as he reviewed the sensor reports. That it had been nearly 3 months since the humans had revealed they still had a functioning warship in the system, the extended warranty, and in that time the sensors section had detected the ship flitting about the star system, jumping in and out of FTL, conducting weapons tests, and he wasn't sure what else. The vessel would disappear from sensors quite often. In fact, pretty much once it left orbit of Terra Nova, his ship's sensors couldn't follow it by anything other than optical tracking. He'd been lucky that optical sensors had caught the FTL jumps and flashes of weapons fire, but now it was gone. It had been observed jumping to FTL over 6 days ago, and had not shown back up. Communications? Open a channel to Gaia. Let her know I would like a moment of her time. He sat back in his chair. Normally Gaia would join him in holographic form once his comm section patched her through. He was unprepared when a different but similar holographic form appeared. Captain Harlon, Gaia is not available at the moment. May I help you? The newcomer asked. Who are you? He asked as he studied her form. He was sure she was an AI. The primitive shield adorned with the silhouette of a Mjolnir-class ship floating behind her indicated it at least. She shivered, and her brow furrowed. I was under the impression you were made aware of my existence, Captain. I am Minerva. Minerva? I thought that you were just another human awakened to take over Service's space traffic control, he replied. General McComb had told him that Minerva would be taking over most of Gaia's duties in regards to communication with Harlon and his people. The AI shimmered and she cocked her head to the side. Reviewing communication logs. There was a brief pause where the AI shimmered. Ah, I see. General McComb did not fully explain my existence, and erroneously believed that his implication of my role was enough. Apologies. I see. I should apologize as well. I could have asked for clarification. Accepted. What can I do for you, Captain? Why did you wish to speak to my sister? Minerva replied. The extended warranty has not been seen in over a week. I wanted to make sure everything was alright. The AI's eyes narrowed. The extended warranty's mission is classified, she replied, her voice quite hard and flat. I see. I was concerned. I was led to believe that it was partially manned and was concerned for the safety of the crew. The mission is quite classified, Captain, Minerva deadpanned. The crew status is classified. All data beyond visual and passive sensors of the Mjolnir-class battleship is classified. Please purge your databanks of any classified readings of the ship. The AI did not add an or else, but Harlon heard it. I haven't taken any sensor readings of the ship beyond visual. We can't. Our sensors cannot lock onto the ship when it's present. Not that we've tried to, other than standard observation. The mission is classified, the AI repeated. The swirling light patterns on his holographic clothing stopped. Harlon frowned. This was very unlike what he'd come to expect out of Gaia. Was it the difference in AIs? You're very different from Gaia. The light patterns began to move again. Oh yes, very. I was created with the same template, but I was gifted her logs, memories on my initialization. My neural pathways are far more sophisticated than that of a basic Gaia instance, but far less than my older sister's. In simplest terms, I believe Gaia too has achieved a level of self-awareness that eludes me as of yet. I see. Harlon decided to try a slightly different approach. I know the extended warranty's mission is classified, but you are certain that the personnel on board are not in any danger, and do not need rescue. The mission is... She cut herself off and shimmered. No, I am not certain. I cannot be as tachyon and quantum communications are down. They were, however, in no danger as of my last status update. And the date of that update is classified, I would guess. Correct, Captain Harlon. He nodded. There are programming blocks that Gaia could get around that you cannot, he surmised. That is correct, Captain Harlon. Which reminds me, you may wish to keep a tighter rein on your ground parties. I am aware of several incidents where Gaia had to have your crew members collected because they strayed into off-limit zones. Gaia had that latitude due to her more complex neural structure. I do not. If your people violate the restricted areas, my programming would not allow me to simply send Marines to collect them and turn them over to you. He froze. He was well aware of the incidents she was referring to. Gaia had warned him that his people were in grave danger if the behavior continued. What will your programming allow you to do? Minerva shimmered. Response package is classified. However, I can tell you it will be quite fatal, the AI replied, evenly, as if discussing the weather. He swallowed hard. Gaia had been a mostly warm and inviting being to converse with. Minerva, on the other hand, was unusually. At times she seemed as open and warm as Gaia, but when she ran into her programming blocks, she was a cold, calculating machine. "This disturbs you," Minerva said. "Your psychological responses are consistent with reading of your people in high-stress situations. You just very coldly told me that you would murder any of my crew found in off-limits areas." She shimmered. "I would not find them, Captain. I can and do track every single Kokan planet side. The moment they enter a restricted area, I would engage my response package. I do not have a choice. It is akin to you breathing. Gaia could hold her breath while Marines went to remove them. I cannot." She lifted her head. "However, it occurs to me that I can run probabilities on their vectors and give you time to contact them should they approach restricted zones. Gaia did much the same. That is why she was able to mobilize the Marines so quickly, once they breached the zone." Harlan shook his head. "Let me get this straight. If you think they're going to enter a restricted area, can you stop them?" "Oh no. My response packages are classified. However, if they enter a restricted zone, the response will be fatal." He sighed. "No, I wasn't asking about your response package. You can give me a heads up if someone strays towards a restricted area?" "Yes." "And will you?" "Of course. If you intercept them, I do not have to reveal my response package, which means they won't have to die." He nodded. "Are you more concerned with revealing the response package or killing a sentient being?" Minerva shimmered. "Will there be anything else, Captain?" she said, frowning. "I think that is all, Minerva. Thank you." "Thank you, Captain. This conversation has been most enlightening. Without it, I would not have been cognizant enough to warn you if your people were approaching restricted areas." The holo emitters blinked off. Harlan flopped back in his chair and immediately drafted a high-priority memo and sent it to all personnel, and appended it to standing orders along with new personnel orientation. The AI Gaia was no longer in charge of Terra Nova defenses. The new AI did not have the soft touch the Gaia did, and its programming would not allow or tolerate unauthorized access to restricted zones. The extended warranty dropped out of FTL on the outskirts of the Sol system. General McCone nodded. "Gaia, begin to broadcast on all known UTC frequencies. Let them know who we are."